Hi, good morning guys. The Beam team here, Beam FX, the Faux Oak Beam makers. Just a quick message to everybody. There seems to be some confusion about sizes. I'm just going to put the light on so I can film better. As you can see, this faux beam is a cover. This one covers two RSJs, and the lights were put in just as a matter of course. Anyway, so false beams. There's two types of false beams, but there's three types of beams we offer. This is a piece of flame-proof, fireproof EPS polystyrene. Okay, now all these beams are made to order. We don't offer them off the shelf. And one of the reasons is if you have a solid piece of polyester or that kind of pre-molded beam, they can actually fit incorrectly because they're completely flat, and a lot of older ceilings aren't. The ceilings can in fact be quite bent and quite crooked. So just to give you an idea of styles, I made this up out of a piece off an end of a custom made one, and what I'm trying to show here is the different shades. Now, one or two companies out there that do this kind of method only do one colour. So they'll use one colour, whip it across, the beam, and basically that's what you get. So this is slightly different in the fact that we use up to 5 colours per beam. Depends what you're wanting. We can have it very rustic, we can have it very well cracked, we can have the eyes in the ends and things like that. I did the end of this one as well, just for fun. So what do we need to know? First and foremost, the Beam team, for Oak Beam makers, our website is www.thebeamteam.limited Ltd. You can find us there. That transfers to our Stone Effect website as well. So what do I need to know? I need to know your postcode. We cover the whole UK, and I want to make this as affordable and within your budget as we can. So basically, I need to know where you are. That's one of the most important things. Can we service your area from our base in Blackburn? Secondly, if it's a cover, now I mentioned that at the start of the video, that beam up there with the lights in is a cover which covers existing beams. So in other words, it might be a brand new RSJ, it might be one that's been there forever and is boxed in and painted or wallpapered or whatever you've done to it. I need to know whether it's a cover or is it a free hanging beam. So if you imagine this goes up against the ceiling, and we use coach bolts and we use adhesive to stick those in place. The beauty of this is these can be made up in any length. Now what we do is actually they come in generally in about 2 metre long lengths, 2 metre pieces. The 2 metre pieces then are adhered to the ceiling. We then add a base coat, which is a render preparation, and then we put our resin plaster on top of that, and all this is done as we put it on. So generally we put the plaster on first, and then we follow on by making these lovely designs, knots. As I mentioned before, it can be as rustic as you want. Holes and pegs and all sorts can go into that. So that's a free hanging beam. So if you've got nothing on your ceiling at the moment, I need to know whether it's free hanging or is it a cover. Now, the other thing I mentioned is that that's the two main beams that we supply and fit. We don't offer a DIY service. You order them, we make them, we fit them, we finish them. This allows us to do any length. Okay, we've done beams up to 7, up to 12 metres long in the past in certain circumstances. So again, the only other thing we do is we often recover old beams. So if you've got beams that are beyond repair, or you've tried to clean them, or they're full of black bitumen or whatever's on them, maybe they've split, maybe they've been repaired, we can actually start again by reboarding those old beams, and then we can redo them as a beam. Often that happens when there's an existing beam and people want extras, so there might be another 4 or 5 free hanging beams to go in, and we can't match the old one because it's painted black, or as I say, could have been ruined. So we reboard it, we fit the free hanging ones, and we do the whole lot to make them all match. Now, when I say match, no two trees are the same. So if you've got 5 beams in a room, then you wouldn't want 5 exactly matching beams, because that's not nature. That's what happens when you buy the pre-made polyester ones, or the moulded ones. Sometimes they're moulded in plaster. The problem with those is if you've got more than one in position, they are all the same. So in other words, that knot will be in every one. That shape will be in every one. So to me, that's wrong. That should be more natural. And we've done in the past. We've done pitch pine. We've copied old Tudor black beams. We've done oak like this. We've done very contemporary, where you might have a much finer surface without as many cracks. So again, that doesn't matter. We can do that. We just discuss that on site. So what do I need? I need your postcode. I need to know whether it's a free hanging beam, a cover, or a repair. Okay. And lastly, you can measure these things, but please measure them in meters, metric. We often get a 1 to 5 meter beam, and people forget to put the thickness of the beam, okay, and also the width of the beam. That's very important, because I don't know otherwise. Also, we tend to get, it's 4 meters long and it's 10 inches wide. Come on, guys, metric. Let's do it in metric, please. It just makes it a lot easier for me to price up the job. As I say, we try and work within your budget. I believe we're the best in the country at doing this. There are a few usurpers that have a go at it. But yeah, so we also do interest-free credit. There's a limit on that, and obviously that's subject to status. But we can offer interest-free credit with a deposit. And that's it, really. I say we're based in Manchester. If you want to email me, you can email me at info@stonefxwalls.co.uk or stonefxwalls@gmx.com. Thanks very much for your time. By all means, call me. My number's 07941 813 255, and let's see whether they can help you create your beaming dreams.